If Lenny sat on it.
Hello everybody, what's going on today on the 11th installment of the Lenny Sports Talk Show? I'm joined by my esteemed colleague to my left, my brother Razor in the house. How you doing, Ray Archuleta?
What's up? This is Ray Raisinger, Razor.
Ray Raisinger in the house today.
Ray Razor in the house.
Ray Riesinger will work.
Ray
How you doing?
Razor.
How you doing, Ray Riesinger?
Great, that's good. Chilling.
Ray Riesinger?
Come flying in on the storm.
How was your weekend, Ray?
On the storm. Good.
That's
Very
good.
That, it's always good. Weekends are great. I get days off. Get to watch football, college football, NFL.
You watched some college?
Saw a little bit. Heard about the Nuggets and everything.
CSU is 9-1.
Yeah, I know.
Did you hear about that?
That's good.
They probably will win the. What division are they in?
The Mountain.
The Mountain?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Thanks.
I think so.
Man, I almost
think
got
that's
caught
right.
up there. My listeners are going to be upset that I don't know what.
Because I watch a little. I've been watching.
Yeah, the Mountain West. You're exactly right. I didn't have it off mine though. I was fumbling and stumbling. Thanks. I appreciate it.
I was here the other day when we were here. I was listening on the radio to some Air Force. They were kicking some volleyball butt.
They were kicking some volleyball butt.
Kicking some balls.
Who were they playing? I heard that too when you were listening to that. I didn't even get who they were playing.
The Rebels.
The Rebels.
UNLV.
The UNLV
sure
running Rebels. And they scored a touchdown. I heard that over the radio. It's I think sports are a lot more awesome on the radio. It sounds better. Sounds more awesome on the radio because you can hear the crowd. The announcers are more fired up.
That's true.
On the TV, I don't know. I was watching the Seahawks and the Giants yesterday, and Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were calling it, and boy, they were boring. We actually had it on a Spanish feed, and the Spanish was a lot more exciting. It's like, whoa!
I know.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
It's funny. I like to watch the Spanish stuff sometimes. For that same reason. Yeah, I try to understand what they're saying. I understand a lot of it, but
It gets you fired up.
yeah.
It makes you feel better
what you
about just to get. I don't know. It just gets you excited. And some of the other guys that are doing the broadcast sometimes are just a little boring. That's okay though. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, I could enjoy listening to guys.
I think of that stuff too. I'm like, man, these announcers, why don't they get some new announcers? But they are good, so yeah.
Well, it was like listening to soccer, except
I like
it
the
was
exciting stuff. Even like the Bronco
it was
game
the
yesterday.
football. Yeah.
Started out good,
I didn't.
exciting. I mean,
I catched a few plays of
it
it.
was good to see them beat the Raiders. Always see them win, all that stuff. But I know you'd rather see something else. But it does get it doesn't have that excitement like it used to with the rivalry and everything.
It
started out a little bit. It started out pretty good like that.
You know what Oakland needs, and they were talking about it mid-season. They need a coach like John Gruden. They were gonna go get John Gruden again. He used to be on there. Chucky used to be a part.
Yeah,
it was Chucky.
That would have been good.
Yeah, and what Chucky should have done if he did, or maybe take the job in the future, is get Tim Tebow. So it'll be Chucky and Tim Tebow.
That would have made it more.
And that would have been a game.
Yeah.
But that's my thought.
That's a good idea.
These are free agent people
that does sound like something that would make it more exciting and bring back seems like fans to the Oakland Raiders and also just make it more exciting of a game.
Just think about it. I mean,
more of a rivalry, like kick ass.
I think this game was more about Oakland going to 0-9 than it is Denver going to 7-2. Just because Oakland hasn't won. Yeah. They were usually our rival, and now it's just we're going to play. Remember they used to say going to play at the Black Hole, and now it's just we're going to play in Oakland.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't really.
That's why I was.
And Carr, I mean, their rookie QB isn't as good as they thought he was going to be.
That's why I like.
He's awful, actually. He was awful yesterday.
I'm a Bronco fan and everything, and I do, but I always hope that the other team brings more of a fight. Like it seemed like they started to do. I don't know what happened to them after a while. Like, what did you see there that made the Raiders just start getting their ass, started getting beat down.
I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of the game, but I know that...
You were watching the Seahawks. Was it on at the same time?
Yeah, I was watching the Seahawks against the Giants. That was a good game until the end of the third quarter, but I don't know. I think it's more about Oakland losing than it was about Broncos winning, because Manning is going to get his 5 TDs, 340 yards. That's what he had yesterday. I don't know. 41-17. Did you see that fumble or the Carr dropped back? I did see this play. I seen the replay of it when it happened. Carr dropped back.
Yeah.
He was getting sacked, and he threw it to an ineligible lineman, and then the lineman fumbled.
And then he got hit. He didn't even know how to carry the ball.
Who's their backup QB? Wasn't Matt Schaub from Houston their backup QB? They need to put someone else in there.
Yeah, what happened to that guy
Carr
last year? That guy that was supposed to be good, or I don't know if that.
Are you talking about Jamarcus Russell? Or no, they had the other guy. He went to Seattle and was on their preseason squad, and then they dropped him.
Huh.
He was good, though, I thought. He was better than Carr. They had more wins with him than they did with Carr. And why is there so many Raiders fans in Colorado?
There's more fans fans here in Colorado than there was there at the game, it looked like.
If you're listening and you're not shy, call in 720-386-0513. Let us know what you felt. How you felt about the game yesterday. And towards the end of the game... I
even told my friend he's he's a Raider fan. He's always talking stuff about the Broncos when they play. I should have told him to call us.
The only good thing about Oakland is Charles Woodson. The big, tall cornerback. I think he's cornerback. Defensive back.
Uh-huh.
He seems to be a ball hawk, but they held it. I mean, wasn't it 10-7 at one point? I'm like, oh, wow, maybe me picking the Broncos big in that game was the wrong decision. Maybe there was going to be an upset. And then the Broncos came back, scored a touchdown, a field goal, 20-10 at halftime, right? And then after that, it just kind of got out of hand. Manning started throwing his TDs. And
it started out looking like they might get
routes,
an upset.
timing.
Yeah, it did start, like I said, it did start out like that. And I was hoping, it'd be a fight all the way. But once the Broncos got heated up, just didn't stop.
Yeah, well, it brings up another question. Is Oakland going to move back to Los Angeles? And if they do, are they going to keep the same squad and same personnel and all that? Or do they need... I mean, I think they need imminent change. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of off the topic, but that reminds me of the Nuggets.
No, you want to jump to the Nuggets? I'm ready for them.
But yeah, the Raiders too, like you were saying, though, they probably do.
Nuggets
that
hurting my feelings. 1-4 now. Yeah, the Nuggets dropped. The Denver Nuggets drop another one.
To bring that up, that was sticking in my.
Are we heading back to the Nuggets of like the late '90s, early 2000s? Maybe.
Seems like it.
A lot of people were saying online when we got Coach Shaw that, oh, he sucks, I want Coach Carl back, and I'd be like, no, man, Coach Shaw is awesome. I don't like George Karl. I never did.
Is it the coaches or the
one
players?
one and done. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
And it's the personnel.
The players. Yeah.
Well, they have a lot of mediocre. They're not mediocre. They're good players, but they're not great.
Yeah.
And like they got Aaron Aflalo back.
Well, they're all great, but they're not doing.
Aflalo isn't doing that
all
great.
Players, but they're not doing great as a team or to get the wins.
Aflalo doesn't bring to the Nuggets what they were expecting him to bring. I don't know. The new GM, what's his name? It's not that Ujiri guy anymore. It's some other cat.
Yeah, who is that?
I don't know. He brought in Foy. Now he brought back Aflalo. That's not good enough for me. And they have this guy named Gary Harris, I think, unless someone could correct me. Gary Harris riding the bench. He's a rookie superstar just riding the bench.
Yeah.
Maybe they should bring him in. Think about doing that.
Yeah. Try some changes. See what works.
And Kenneth Faried, what the hell's going on with you, man? Did you see where him and Blake?
Yeah.
You know Blake. He used to be on our team.
Yeah.
He's a lighter, complected guy.
Yeah, I seen that guy. Yeah, I
Blake.
Seen him.
Yeah.
He was on the Nuggets.
Yeah, he was on the Nuggets for a little while.
That, and I was like, really?
Yeah,
he was on the Nuggets? I remember that.
Kenneth Faried bumped him, and then he just bowled over Kenneth Faried, and Kenneth Faried fell down. What's up with him? Why is he flopping so much? Well, what happened to Kenneth? I never thought of him as a flopper, and now he's a professional flopper this year. I mean, all 5 games, I think I've seen him flop at least 2 to 3 times in each game. And the one last night, when Blake pushed him over, he said it was because he was trying to get the ref's attention. Why the hell are you trying to do that? Play ball, and if he's gonna push you, stand your ground and punch the guy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just stand your ground.
Get fired up. Get thrown out of the game.
Yeah.
You need something. You're 1-4.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing that, Fareed? What's going on, man?
I know
you're frustrated,
that,
but
classic maneuver, So trying to get some foul.
Too many
flops. They changed on that.
And one thing I did notice is the Nuggets rotation defense is horrible. So if someone gets out of position and there's a guy at the 3-point line, and Portland is known to be one of the best 3-point and shoot, or I think they were the best 3-pointing team in the league last year or the year before.
Yeah.
And they're not rotating out to cover these guys. You see Mozgov just, these guys are bigger, so they can't really fly out. But even the way they do it, it's like, they don't,
in slow motion.
And like Matthews is just cannon three. Well, one thing Fareed did
those
do.
Other guys must be fast. Those tall guys are like.
Well, the rotation defense. So
yeah.
If the people gets out of position, you're switching. You go all the way down the line, and then Portland kicks it to the outside to the open guy. Someone has to fly out to that guy.
Yeah.
And they're just late. It's just the defense is coming late. And it just looks, lazy. And then one time I saw Aaron Aflalo on the halftime shot to end, it was the end of the first quarter. Matthew shot, or no, it may have been the first half. He shot a 3 and swished it. But Aaron Aflalo, they threw it to a guy that was bringing it up to court, and Matthews was open in the corner. Aaron Aflalo should have been on him, you know what I mean? Like, get up on the dude, play some defense. He wasn't there. Swishes the 3, buzzer sounds. It was halftime, I think. But it was like a 7-point, 5-point
so they need to
swing.
Step up on that defense.
Yeah, Ty Lawson missed 2 free throws, and they came back and made the 3, and I think it took them down like 7 points to when they should have been down 3 points.
Because they do good on making points. They just got to step up on defense.
No, they only scored 17 points in the third quarter.
But they're scoring high, though, with all these teams.
116 to 100.
It's pretty high. Pretty good. It's better than I've
seen.
That's
positive. Mr. Positive.
Yeah.
Mr. Positive, dude. Mr. Positive Ray today.
Come on, Nugs.
Come on, Nugs.